What's good, y'all? Today we're going to be looking at 5 warm-up exercises that I do almost every time before I perform. If I know I need to get a good warm-up in, or if I know I'm going to be doing an extensive practice session, I do these 5 dexterity warm-up exercises. Now, these dexterity warm-up exercises may not sound the most musical, but best believe they are extremely practical, and it helps just build your finger strength, your finger placement, the dexterity, like how you use your fingers, and just your ergonomics, understanding how your hand is built and how to stretch it in certain ways and do certain patterns in different ways. So if you're anything like my music students, oftentimes seeing somebody just play guitar isn't really ideal. You'll need to see the sheet music as well. Well, you're in luck. I have created interactive sheet music that accompanies this video. So you can literally watch this video and the sheet music move along at the same time by clicking the link in the bio. You're welcome. Exercise number 1. This is E chromatic scale utilizing the open strings. So I went to the first octave, then I went to the third octave, or I went from the first to the second octave, and then I went to the second to the third octave, but then I kept going as if I was just playing all of the position of the first 4 frets of that scale. But I would consider that exercise number 1, and I consider this exercise 1.1, the actual chromatic scale, but not playing any open strings. So we're gonna do it in C. Here we go. So yeah, that was E chromatic scale and C chromatic scale. I like to do a lot of chromatic warm-ups, but oftentimes I like to do the most musical version of the chromatic warm-up, and that's actually playing the true chromatic warm-up. Exercise number 2 is not the real chromatic, but it is a variation of the chromatics. And what we are doing is we are just playing 1, 2, 3, 4, or 4, 3, 2, 1, vertically and horizontally at the same time. How does that work? Let me show you. Shift. And shift. Speeding it up. Shift. Shift. I'll stop there. I started getting a little sloppy there, but yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, shift. Exercise number 3 is very similar to exercise number 2. I've never seen anybody actually do this exercise before. I would claim that I made it up, but I'm pretty sure somebody out here has done it before. It's similar to exercise number 2, but instead we're not going to use our index finger. We're just going to use fingers 2, 3, and 4. And I kind of like to do this in a triplet rhythm. Check it out though. Speeding it up. Speeding it up. Last one. Got a little sloppy there in the end. But yeah, exercise number 3. I would consider that the 2, 3, 4 exercise. So those first 3 exercises, I would consider those on the easier side of playing. Maybe exercise number 3 would be the most challenging one. These last 2 exercises, good luck. Long story medium. In exercise number 4, this is a variation of the spider exercise. And I know a lot of guitarists have learned some type of spider exercise. Well, this is the one that I've learned. No explanation needed. Just look at my hands. You might think they move like a spider. So let's get into it. Whew. Yeah, that one is extremely challenging. Oftentimes, I don't take it that slow, but even at that slow of a tempo, you saw I was still fluffing over a couple notes. But I do that exercise all the time. You could probably figure out why. The finger combination in order to do it is very trippy, and you are spreading your fingers out in different ways throughout the entire fretboard. So vertically, your fingers are spreading all the way from string 6 to string 1 in different finger combinations. But then it also gets confusing because your right hand has to match that. So it starts with just string 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4 1 4 1 4 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 6 1, so on and so forth. And imagine doing that without even looking at the guitar. That's when it gets slightly more challenging. So I'm going to look into the camera the whole time when I do this. Even more of a challenge, obviously. I give it a C minus. I need to do better. Anywho's, that was exercise number 4. This last exercise, you might have seen it before, but if you have not, I would consider this falling staircase. I'm just naming it on the fly because of this video. But the way how your hands look, it kind of forms a staircase whenever you make this chord. And I consider it a falling staircase because we're only moving one finger at a time. Check it out. And then if you really got it, you could do it in reverse. That reverse is a challenge though. I'm going to try it anyway. Yeah, that was just painful to do. Now these, usually I do these as a warm up and I'm just speeding through it just to get my fingers flowing, the blood flowing through my fingers. And this is what I do before I start stretching. So if you are ever going to do these, make sure you get a good stretch in after you finish doing all of the entire thing. And if y'all don't know how to stretch your hands or stretch your wrists, you really got to work on that. Look it up on YouTube. There's probably people learning it. But if you want me to teach you, leave a comment down below and I don't mind. But after doing an exercise like that, make sure you get a good stretch in. If you're interested in some actual practical exercises, more melodic exercises that will definitely help you when you are actually going to be learning songs and applying all of these improvisational techniques and things of that nature, in the next video on this channel, you will see practical melodic dexterity exercises. So be sure to check that video out. Coming soon. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.